Netflix is currently offering The Comeback 2004 Boston Red Sox for streaming. With a new documentary, Boston Red Sox supporters can relive the Major League Baseball seasons of 2003 and 2004 on Netflix. The Comeback 2004 Boston Red Sox, a three-part documentary that revisits the team's path to winning the 2004 World Series, was live on Netflix on Wednesday, October 23. An inside look at how the Red Sox famously broke the curse of the Bambino, an 86-year period during which the team failed to win the World Series between 1918 and 2004, is provided by the series, which is directed by former Red Sox clubhouse attendant Colin Barnacle, and includes interviews with dozens of former Red Sox players, coaches, team personnel, and even several figures involved with the New York Yankees during that time period. When the Yankees eliminated the Red Sox from the playoffs on October 16, 2003, Barnacle was a spectator at Yankee Stadium and tells PUPL that the story of the series started much earlier than people realize. We always saw the series more about how the Red Sox in the ownership box and in the baseball operations and in the clubhouse were able to change the culture of that organization from 8 decades of losing to becoming winners, according to him. And as we set off to do that, we realized not a lot of this is a straight line. 5 shocking scenes from the recently released documentary are as follows. Alumni of the Red Sox are still divided over their devastating 2003 MLB playoff loss. The Comeback opens with bringing viewers up to speed on the 2003 Major League Baseball season, which ended with the Red Sox suffering a devastating defeat to the Yankees, extending their World Series drought by another year. Then, in the series, Boston manager Grady Little describes how, relying only on his own instincts, he chose to keep star pitcher Pedro Martinez on the mound through the 7th inning of Game 7 of that year's ALCS. The club's front office and general manager Theo Epstein were aware that Martinez's performance had declined later in the match. After losing that game in extra innings, the Red Sox fired Little, who is now 74, and hired Terry Francona as manager for the 2004 campaign. I made the same question to all the players. Would you pull Pedro? And all of the players said, definitely not. Not at all. Definitely not, adds Barnacle, who joined Red Sox alumni to relive that game during the series. You know, as a fan there, you'd say, absolutely, absolutely. And everyone in the front office was like, absolutely, absolutely. This is amazing that he's still in there, even the commentators said. Video from the 2003 season features a surprise appearance by Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Archival film from an April 27, 2003 game in Anaheim, California, coincidentally features a cameo appearance by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck in the first episode of the series. Affleck, 52, is a lifelong Red Sox supporter who was up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Before delaying their September 2003 wedding and finally splitting up in 2004, the ex-couple was engaged and making headlines as bennifer at the time of the 2003 game. They renewed their romance and got married in July 2022, almost 20 years later. On August 20, Lopez, who is now 55, filed for divorce from Affleck. Before the 2004 MLB season, Red Sox star Nomar Garciaparra was furious when the team tried to replace him with Alex Rodriguez. After New York eliminated Boston from the 2003 MLB playoffs, Red Sox general manager Theo Epstein faced a significant dilemma in trying to make the team better while still competing with the Yankees. Epstein, 50, and Jed Hoyer, the assistant general manager at the time, remember that the Red Sox once traded pitcher John Lester and outfielder Manny Ramirez for Alex Rodriguez from the Texas Rangers. Rodriguez's switch to shortstop for Boston would have been made possible by Garciaparra's trade to Chicago White Sox. But because of problems with Rodriguez's contract, the Major League Baseball Players Association finally blocked the deal. Therefore, Boston began the 2004 season with Garciaparra and Ramirez on the team. Rodriguez was later acquired by the Yankees to play third base rather than shortstop. Garciaparra struggled with injuries throughout the first half of that season and was outspoken in his displeasure that the team had thought about replacing him before the season began. After Francona remembered him, Garciaparra finally made the decision to let go. According to Francona, 65, "I kind of told him, I said, maybe it's just time to think about moving on. And I think that's where he was," she says in the documentary. On July 31, 2004, Garciaparra was finally dealt by the Red Sox to the Chicago Cubs. Pedro Martinez claims that during the 2004 MLB playoffs, the New York Yankees spied on the Red Sox. Martinez,